You always, you can be a badass in hindsight. He's a hindsight badass. Hey, like he'll tell you the next day, "Hey man, I should have took a swing. You should have taken a swing." You know what, man? Listen, listen.
Hey, dude.
Allegedly,
that
I'm not a murderer.
Was for real.
Allegedly, I'm not a murderer.
Right.
But I could kill that dude.
Right. Big Boy's Neighborhood, George Lopez in the neighborhood. George Lopez, I want to ask you something, man. I want to put you on a raft. And I've put you on a raft before. You're on a raft, George. You're in the middle of the ocean.
Yep.
You look in the ocean. You see two people floating. You can only pull one person up to save them. You look in the ocean. You see Donald Trump. And you see Erik Estrada.
Oh.
Who do you pull up and who do you let drown?
Oh, man, that's...
Go ahead and take those for yourself.
Do I have to answer?
Yeah.
Right. Put one up.
Erik Estrada or Donald Trump? You'll pull up Trump?
Yep.
Wow.
And this is a very good picture of him, too, by the way.
Are you sure?
When you start to lose gums between the teeth, you might even want to eat some like jerky just to fill it in. Not him.
So you let Erik Estrada drown, Trump stays up.
Wow.
I mean, the scenario could be a car is coming at him. Right. Same thing.
Right. Yeah. Hey, man, so with Erik Estrada, those that don't know, Erik Estrada years ago.
78.
Yeah, he remember that.
That's just the beginning of a grudge. They go, you got to let it go, George. It's almost 50 years. I said, 50 years for Chicano, they're just getting started.
Yeah. And you're like, why do I have to let it go?
Take it to the grave.
Hey, man, but you never know who the next great champion is going to be. And he didn't know that you were going to be the next great champion.
No, and I was at a carnival over here, St. Bromeo, right there on the Cahuenga, Lancashire. I think mine was younger. We went over there, and it was like today, like 100 degrees. And I look over, and this fool, Erik Estrada's got a leather. He wears that leather vest in all weather conditions. I thought he's got a leather vest on with these veneers from a bygone era. And he's going like this, like high noon. I said, "I see you, puto." And he says, "Hey, people said." I said, "Yeah. I mean, everybody knows that you make fun." I said, "Yeah. So what about it?" And he goes, "You want to take a swing at me?" I said, "I'm not going to hit you, but if you want to hit me, I'll take whatever chips money you have left."
Yeah. Hey, man, and we know residuals get down to the zero.
Oh no.
Yeah. Hey, man, I think I heard him tell that story.
Punk ass, you always, you can be a badass in hindsight. He's a hindsight badass. Hey, like he'll tell you the next day, "Hey man, I should have took a swing. You should have taken a swing." You know what, man? Listen, listen.
Hey, dude.
Allegedly, I'm not a murderer.
Was for real.
Allegedly, I'm not a murderer.
Right.
But I could kill that dude.
Right. Oh, damn.
And go eat at the old spaghetti factory in Marina Del Rey.
Hey, man.
Got some more wine and some garlic bread.
That's that Machiavelli. I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
Listen, man, don't put. Hey, I haven't seen that dude, but I'm preparing.
Hey, man.
Hey, hit him once.
Hey, dude, that punk ass was the realest.
Yeah. I never say punk ass, but, and people are like, listen, disrespect goes a long way. Maybe people don't remember that Shaq went up to David Robinson when Shaq was like in high school and asked him to take a picture with him or autograph. And David Robinson said no. And when Shaq was a rookie in the league, he elbowed David Robinson behind the ear, laid him out flat.
Yeah, man.
Knocked him out during the game because of the autograph. You remember all those things.
Hey, man, I remember Fred Rogan from Channel 4 News and NBC News. He played me off. Man, I got on air one day and let his ass have it. Now we cool. You know what I'm saying? We in the same building and everything, but oh, my God, man.
Same thing with Fritz Coleman. Lato told me, "Hey, man, don't worry about how hot it's going to get."
Are you serious?
No.
I was like, Fritz tonight, he's the weatherman.
The weatherman with an attitude. You know what, man? Don't worry about how hot it's going to be. Yeah. Why should I tell you? I'm telling everybody else. Did I tell you?
Watch the program.
So that, and that kind of angers from another place.
Right.
And now people don't have it. Like kids don't have. Mine doesn't. She's not mad at anything, And I still have it. I still have it.
You're like, yeah, my daughter don't. She's not mad. Even when I try to tell her to be mad.
No, everything. They're all happy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
But so I think that whatever I am, I'm going to be until.
Yeah.
that's
Why work on it now?
Yeah. I mean,
George Lopez, I've known you for many years. I'm just going to ask you some questions that I want some answers to. All righty. George Lopez, when was the last time you stole something? Or have you ever stole anything?
Yeah, I stole a lot of things.
Yeah.
The last time I stole something, let's see, in the late 90s, I stole a belt.
From? Like Sears or something?
Place on Ventura Boulevard. Side door. I think I had it on, but I knew I had it on.
Yeah. The accident. I walked out with it. The accident. I walked out with it.
And then I left the belt one time, so that evened out.
George Lopez, D-Lo with G-Lo, man. When was the last time George Lopez got pulled over?
Man, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. Years ago, at the amphitheater, I went to go see Mark Anthony. I did a little bit in front of him, and then afterwards, Mark Anthony started drinking like these Coors Lights or drink some tequila and stuff. And I had that black Porsche. I still have that car. And, I was a little bit maybe over the .08. Man, I wake up .06 in those days. So it's like my window was.
He said, I wake up
06. My window was very narrow. But I was probably over 0.8, And they said, "You're gonna be all right." I mean, I said, "Yeah." I just had to go down to Carl's Jr., make a right, go to Lancashire, make another right, Moore Park, make a right, Ponca, make a right, and home. And as soon as I got over there by the AM/PM where the Panda Express is,
I know exactly where you're at.
Highway Patrol pulls me over. So all black windows, drinking. I roll the window down, and the Highway Patrolman looks in, sees me, and says, "Have a nice night."
Damn.
And got in and let me go. And
so he recognized George Lopez.
Pulled off in front of me, and I was like, "Come back." I'm drunk.
like the one night I need you.
I was like, "Holy man, that guy let me go."
Right.
I was like, "Wow." I sat there for like 5 minutes. I was like, did this just happen?
George Lopez, the D-Lo, the down low with G-Lo. How old were you when you lost your virginity?
It was on 4th of July in 1977.
Ooh.
In a car up at San Fernando Park where we used to play Little League.
And how old are you at that time?
16.
Nasty ass. Hopefully my kids will listen. George Lopez, when was your last fist fight?
When I was doing that movie with Edward James Olmos in Las Cruces, and that guy tried to film me without me, like he was a trumper, and he was filming, and I tried to grab him by the throat and take his phone at the same time.
How long ago was this?
7 years maybe.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Went for the throat.
If that's what you're going to do it, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to press charge, and then it went away, but I was like, hey, man, trying to film me and stuff like that. So I was.
Have you ever got into a fist fight with another comedian, like growing up?
In '93, I threw Mencia against the wall at the Laugh Factory.
Damn, Mencia can't buy a break, huh?
No, but I mean,
why did you do that with Mencia? Was it material or?
Yeah, like 22 minutes of like he had a one night stand on HBO. I think maybe 18 minutes of it was mine, and that was at that time.
So that's when people to this day, I was just talking to her about Carlos Mencia, right?
You know what? I was going to throw him over the top at the Laugh Factory. I mean, I grabbed him, whipped him, threw him against the wall, had him kind of up. I went like that, and then Adam's like, "Don't hit him." But I was going to throw him over the rail.
Damn.
At the Laugh Factory.
You say he did 22 minutes and about 18 was yours.
Yeah.
Hey man, I was telling her, I said, man, he gets a hell of a, I said to this day.
Yeah.
I said, even if you go on, I said he could say, man, it's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, and they be like, oh, did you still?
That's someone else. Yeah, and I think kind of being the man in the iron mask, where nobody wants to see you, wherever he's working or whatever he's doing, I think is kind of like the poetic justice for somebody that had taken a lot of people's material.
Damn.
Like your task is to perform in these clubs and nobody comes to see you.
What about this biggest waste of money?
I bought a second house in Hawaii when I didn't need to. I was like $6 million.
Jesus.
Waste of money. Yeah.
Were you able to sell
That
it?
and my grandmother, when she was alive, she would say the accordion lessons in 1972.
Right.
She paid for 10. I only went to 2.
Right.
So-
Were you able to sell the house in Hawaii?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you,
You know
get your
the
money
guy-
back? Nah.
Larry Allison bought Lanai, so it was in the island of Lanai.
Oh,
So Larry Allison from Oracle bought the whole island.
So your house came in that?
So he
Okay.
bought the island, and then it was a pretty big house. It was really nice. One level, had a theater, an infinity pool.
You could justify it then. Huh?
Beautiful,
Like, man,
yeah.
I'm gonna retire here. I'll be here and relax.
Relax.
I can write.
I get divorced, and then when he bought the island, I said, "Man, I wonder where he's going to live." And next day, they said, "Here's my offer. You have 48 hours to approve it. No adjustments." And Ann and I were divorced, and Ann was like, "I'll take it." So I didn't even ask me. I guess I'll take it. But I mean, yeah, it was nice. I mean, it's funny, man. Like to have another house and to go over there at some point, it made sense to be able to go. Like it didn't seem like it was a labor. Like I'd be there 2 weeks or 3 weeks, all that stuff. But then at some point, man, like I guess when you work, it just becomes a shorter time.
And you don't get there.
I got a house in the desert. I hardly go to.
Really? Well, we'll go. We like to
Yeah,
go.
go ahead.
Yeah,
It's
like the
nice.
desert.
Bonito.
Let us know. I'll go to
Harder
that
to
desert
sit-
for you.
Hey, the first time I bought it was in the middle of the summer. It's like 117 degrees. I said, "Oh, I'll go over there and just relax." There was nobody in my gated community, right? Just me. And when you're alone, man, and you start to feel like presence of other people, even though they're not there. Like I was in the house, man. I'm like, did somebody just walk by the window?
Oh,
There you
yeah.
go.
And then I went in the house. I go, that curtain wasn't like that. And man, when your mind is playing tricks on you,
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah, bro.
I went outside and there was nobody around. And I went back inside and I sat down. It wasn't even dark yet. And I drove back.
Yeah.
I was all freaked out.
Hey man,
I'm not going to be here when it's dark.
man.
I mean, I'm telling you, man.
you're not
it
like the
shit was-
Caucasian people in the
was-
horror film.
It
You're
was
like, man.
eerie.
Yeah, like, I'm
It was-
outta here.
It was eerie,
But you
man.
had-
I'm like, I'm getting the hell out of
You
here.
had paranormal activity at your home.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever been to like a psychic or anything like that, George?
Yeah, we actually believe in a lot of the same.
Really?
Yeah, but I was showing somebody last night that I get this thing where if I get the urge to take a video out of nowhere,
Lord.
I always come up with something.
I remember you showed me something. I remember just
show you
at
the head?
house too, bro.
Yeah, the one.
And
The
the
head- I showed you the head?
fireplace and everything.
Yeah, man, it's yes.
But you're comfortable in your house, huh?
Yeah, I think yeah.
I left. After you showed me all that stuff in the house,
Yeah.
I did like the desert. I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna be here when it's dark.
You know what's a trip, man?
Once
is,
Michael Bearden left and everybody was leaving from the barbecue,
You got
I
the
was
hell
like,
out of
yeah, I was like, I'm going to.
we were doing some interviews in the morning over there, and then the woman, the hair, and the other person was there, and their eyes were like this, like they were sitting there, they were like, and then the break, I said, "What's the matter?" And they go, so I go over there, and you could hear
Yeah, man.
somebody walking around upstairs. There's nobody upstairs.
Yeah, I couldn't do that, George.
And then in the hallway, like to the left, they have the stairs that go upstairs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I could feel like when somebody's kind of looking like they don't want to be seen, but they're like that.
Oh, that's a
I
weird
sensed up on the top that there was somebody that was looking down and looking around the corner, and I didn't see him. But I swear it would be like as much as a human is. And then one time, in the middle of the night, sometimes I go to bed early in the middle of the night. I work in the middle of the night, and there was a scarf on top of my bed, and like everything happens at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then that scarf flew off by itself and landed in front of me off the bed, like it just propelled
do you
itself.
stay in the
And I
house
was
when
like,
that happened?
You know what? That I mean, you're laying there. That scarf had been up there for like 2 months, and then it just takes off and lands in front of me. That was one that, yeah.
Yeah,
I seen people reflections in. Did I show you the green? I didn't show you the green head, did I? Not the green head.
I don't know. And I remember there was the plate in the fireplace.
The green head I saw. I took a picture of this picture, and in the corner was a perfect
showed me that.
square, and there was a green head in there, and it was kind of like this, and that was the one that made me get the house cleaned out the first time.
Really?
And even the lady that
like
went,
the exercise.
yeah,
like
the lady that came was like, "Wow, it's an old house," but
Yeah.
But I would hear footsteps. I heard "Good afternoon," like a couple months ago on a Saturday. Good afternoon. And I was like, and it's not from the outside because it's
Right,
clear.
right.
From the room that has all the guitars in there, the Van Halen stuff in there, like I think there's a presence in there, and that's where I heard "Good Afternoon."
That's probably.
I think when somebody has a guitar, you know, like he gave a
Van
couple
Halen?
guitars that were his, you know, and they're in that room. I think that room kind of gets a bit of. It's not a big room, but I think it maintains that energy. You know, do you see things in your house? I mean, have you in life?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, growing up, hell yeah.
So I mean, I think most people may have left the house already. I already told Maya. I said, Maya, you know, I'll leave you my house. You know, she goes, I don't live in that house.
Yeah.
Ghost house.
And it'd be like, man, you leave it to me. Best believe it. I'm calling Rhoda the realtor.
There was a lady that was doing some audio in there, was doing an interview, and she went like this, and she said,
"You told me this.
You
Listen to this.
You tell the woman that's talking to we're gonna start to roll, and I was like, there's no woman in the house. She left, and it's like, I hear a woman talking really low. I said, oh, just cut her out.
Oh
Hey,
my
dude,
God, I give me goosebumps.
you messing Ani up.
Oh my
Believe that.
God.
Y'all stick around y'all
Whoa.
radios. We got our good friend George Lopez in the neighborhood, Big Boy's neighborhood.
Boy.